Hello, children. Welcome to the world of science. Children, what are you observing in this picture? Vegetables, fruits, and non veg items. No? Leafy vegetables, fresh fruits, isn't it? Wow! Chapati, vegetable rice, and different curries. It is an Indian thali, a full meal. Do you like this, children? Yes, really we like to eat everything from this thali because it is a wonderful food. Children, let me ask one question. What is the necessity to take food? Yes, food for health. So, in this session, we are going to discuss about food and health. All of us want to be healthy. Being healthy means having a strong, disease free body and an alert mind. Good health enables us to participate in studies, sports, and other activities. Food plays an important role in keeping us healthy. We must eat food rich in nutrients to grow well and stay healthy. Nutrients are chemical substances that are essential for the healthy growth and development of the body. The nutrients present in different foods. They are carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, and minerals. Our body needs all these nutrients along with roughage and water to remain healthy. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates provide energy to the body. Sugar and starch are forms of carbohydrates. Sources of carbohydrates is rice, wheat, maize, potatoes, bread, sugar, etc. Proteins. Proteins help in the growth and maintenance of the body. Sources of proteins are pulses, soya beans, milk, cheese, meat, fish, eggs, etc. Fats. Fats are stored in the body to provide energy for later use. They also help in keeping the body warm. Sources of fat are butter, ghee, vegetable oils, nuts, meat, fish, eggs, etc. Next, vitamins and minerals. Vitamins and minerals are needed in very small quantities. They help our body to stay healthy and fight diseases. Important vitamins are vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, and K. Important minerals are iron, potassium, calcium, and iodine. Sources of vitamins and minerals: vegetables, fruits, milk, eggs, seafood, and etc. And we also need fiber or roughage. Fibers help food and waste to move easily through the digestive system. Source of fibers: fruits and vegetables, whole grain, breads and cereals, and almonds and beans, etc. And next, water. Water helps all systems in the body to function properly. It is a medium through which nutrients are carried to various parts of the body. Eating a balanced diet for good health. Our body needs all the nutrients in the right amounts to be healthy and strong. We cannot get all nutrients from any single food items. So, our diet must include food items that are rich in different nutrients. A diet that includes a variety of food containing the right amount of each nutrient is called a balanced diet. The five main food groups are: number 1, cereals and potatoes. Next, fruits and vegetables, milk and milk products, pulses, meat, fish and eggs, fats, oils, and sweets. Wrong eating habits can cause bad health. Many people cannot get a balanced diet due to poverty. Some eat with the wrong food choice. All these things cause bad health. Malnutrition is a condition in which the body does not get the right amount of nutrients. It occurs in two forms. They are undernutrition and overnutrition. Undernutrition, in the sense, a person who does not get enough nutrients in food suffers from undernutrition. Sometimes a person may get enough food to eat, but may still suffer from undernutrition if the food lacks enough nutrients. As a result of undernutrition, one becomes underweight and too thin. The lack of nutrition can slow down physical and mental growth of the body and lead to various diseases. Next, overnutrition. A person who eats too much food or food with excess nutrients may suffer from overnutrition. As a result, such a person may become overweight. Junk food and obesity. Food that may be enjoyable to eat but bad for our health is called junk food. Potato chips, cold drinks, chocolates, ice creams, and noodles are junk food. Junk food is the rich in sugars and fats but has very little proteins, vitamins, and minerals. Eating a lot of fatty and sugar foods causes deposition of extra fat in the body. This makes a person overweight. The condition of being overweight due to extra fat in the body is called obesity. Obesity in children affects their growth and development. It is also causes many health problems. We should avoid eating junk food. We should have a balanced diet, low fat diet and exercise regularly to avoid obesity. Some good forms of exercise are fast walking, jogging, cycling, and swimming. Communicable diseases. Communicable diseases are caused by microorganisms. Microorganisms that cause diseases are called pathogens. Some bacteria, fungi, virus, or protozoa are pathogens that cause diseases such as cold, influenza, malaria, chickenpox, measles, and so on. These diseases spread from a sick person to a healthy person by agents such as air, water, food, and insects, or by direct contact. Through the air, droplet infection. The germs of some diseases are present in the windpipe, nasal passage, throat, and mouth of the person suffering from the disease. A sneeze or cough from an infected person releases a mist of droplets full of microbes into the air. When other people inhale the air, microbes enter their body and infect them. Cold, influenza, tuberculosis, measles, and diphtheria are some infections that spread through air. Through food and water. Diseases such as typhoid, dysentery, cholera, and other intestinal infections spread through contaminated water. Such diseases are called waterborne diseases. Communicable diseases, causes, transmission, effects, and symptoms. Children, in this table, we are going to discuss about the disease and modes of transmission and parts affected and effects and symptoms. Number 1. Tuberculosis. Modes of transmission is air. Parts of affected are lungs or any body part. So effects of tuberculosis is for lungs, coughing and chest pain. Symptoms vary for other parts. Next, typhoid. Modes of transmission of typhoid is contaminated food, water, and direct contact of contaminated faces. Parts affected are stomach and intestine. Effects and symptoms of typhoid: stomach pain, loss of appetite, constipation, cough, headache. Next, cholera. Modes of transmission of disease of cholera is contaminated food and water. Parts affected stomach and intestine. So, effects and symptoms of cholera are vomiting and acute diarrhea, extreme thirst, and muscle cramps. These three diseases are caused by bacteria. Next, poliomyelitis, food and water, contaminated with infected faces and person to person contact. Parts affected are nervous system. Effects and symptoms are irreversible paralysis in the limbs after the virus attacks the nervous system. Next, chicken pox, direct contact with infected person and air droplets. Affected parts are skin. Effects and symptoms of chickenpox are onset of fever, itchy rashes with pink spots and tiny blisters that dry and become scabs after 4 to 5 days. Next, common cold, air droplets, upper respiratory system, and symptoms and effects of these diseases are watery eyes and dry throat, headache, runny nose. Next, measles. Modes of transmission of measles are droplet infection through coughing, sneezing, and splitting. Parts affected are skin. Effects and symptoms of measles are sore throat, runny nose, watery eyes, dry cough with fever, small whitish spots appear on the inner walls of the cheek, red rashes appear first in the neck region and then the whole body. These four diseases are caused by virus. Next, disease by fungus. So, name of the disease is ringworm. Modes of transmission of ringworm is direct contact. Parts affected are skin. Effects and symptoms of ringworm are red, itchy, scaly, or raised patches. Patches may develop blisters. Patches may be redder and the outer edges are resemble a ring. Next, by insects and other animals, vectors. Heaps of waste and stagnant water serve as breeding grounds for insects such as flies, mosquitoes, and fleas. Microbes get attached to these insects when they visit a source of infection. When these insects sit on exposed food items or open wounds on a person's skin or bite them, they transfer the germs and thus the infection. Animals such as rats, pigs, dogs, ticks, and mice can also transfer microbes from infected people to healthy ones. These insects and animals that carry disease causing germs are called vectors. Next, through direct contact. Some infections such as conjunctivitis and scabies spread through direct contact between a healthy and an infected person. Sharing things such as drinking glasses, towels, and combs used by an infected person can also spread the infection. These are called contagious diseases. Prevention and control of communicable diseases. Drink filtered or boiled water. Make sure there is no stagnant water near your house as mosquitoes breed quickly in such water. Keep food covered and do not eat exposed food items. Keep garbage bins covered. Keep personal articles used by a patient separate. Do not let others share them. Use your own towel and handkerchief. Wash your hands with soap before eating. Cover your nose and mouth with a tissue paper or handkerchief when you sneeze or cough. Drink pasteurized milk or boil it thoroughly before drinking. Avoid direct contact with a patient suffering from a highly contagious disease such as chickenpox or measles. Vaccination is an additional way of boosting immunity against specific diseases such as chickenpox, hepatitis, poliomyelitis, and so on. Non-communicable diseases. Diseases that are not caused by pathogens and are not infectious are called non-communicable diseases. They may be caused due to deficiency of certain nutrients in the diet. Nutritional deficiency diseases. Inadequate amount or lack of specific nutrients in the diet causes deficiency diseases. If a person does not eat sufficient quantity of balanced food, he is said to be undernourished. At times, a person may consume enough food but it may lack one or more nutrients causing malnutrition. For example, protein energy malnutrition, vitamins and minerals deficiency diseases. Vitamins and minerals are needed in very small quantities to ensure proper functioning of various processes. Each vitamin and mineral has a specific function to perform and their deficiency could lead to deficiency diseases. Here, one table is for you children. In this table, we can observe different types of deficiency of diseases, and those diseases are caused due to the deficiency of vitamins and signs of the disease and sources of the nutrient. Night blindness, vitamin A, poor vision or blindness in dim light. Milk, green leafy vegetables, fish, egg yolk, papaya, carrot. Next, beriberi, vitamin B, tiredness, loss of muscle function, speech difficulties, cereals, unpolished rice, beans, pulses. Next, scurvy, vitamin C. Sign of disease is swelling, infection, and bleeding of gums. Sources of nutrients is orange, melon, pineapple, tomato, cabbage, and amla. Next, rickets, caused due to deficiency of vitamin D. Sign of disease is bones become soft and bent. Source of the nutrient is milk, egg, sunlight. Next, anemia, caused due to deficiency of iron. Sign of disease, weakness, pale skin. And sources of nutrient is egg yolk, meat, spinach. Next, gayatri, and caused due to deficiency of iodine. Signs of diseases, swelling of the gland in the neck. And sources of the nutrient, iodized salt and seafood. Next, bone and tooth decay, caused due to deficiency of calcium. Sign of disease, weak bones, damage to teeth. Source of the nutrient is milk, leafy vegetables, and orange. Next, kwashiorkor, caused due to deficiency of proteins. Sign of the disease, swollen stomach, thin legs. Source of the nutrient is pulses, eggs, milk, fish, meat. Next, marasmus, proteins and carbohydrates. Sign of the disease is underweight and loss fluids in the skin. Sources of the nutrient is bread, chapati, rice, potato, pulses, eggs, milk, fish, and meat. Exercise and rest for good health. Besides eating a balanced diet, we must exercise regularly, maintain a correct posture, and get enough rest to stay healthy. These habits, along with nutritious food, help us have a strong, healthy body. We should play in a playground, garden, or park. This will help us to get fresh air from plants.